brain, you're in the nuts domain. Come on in, it's about to begin.
Hi everybody, I'm Justin and welcome to the Nerds Domain podcast. This week we're at GenCon recording live from the exhibit hall, so please forgive our audio quality. I'm here interviewing Matt Loader.
Yeah.
And he said you were interested in, you were starting to
so I'm about to start publishing. The name of the company is prettiestprincessgames.com. You can check us out on the internet. We're on Board Game Geek and all that stuff too. Thing is, I've been working sort of on the sides of the industry for a long time. I've been doing work with Z-Man, development stuff, a lot of playtesting for years and years, with a number of different publishers, not just Z-Man, a bunch of people. Obviously, I'm being interviewed in the Stronghold booth right now because it happens to be where I was sort of working today. But I previously it was a function of me not having 30, 40 grand to properly publish my first game. So thanks to Kickstarter, the timing, I hesitated for a little while, but I still think the timing is right. Now I can take the fact that I know how to do all the stuff and get other people to kind of put the money there. So I'm really excited because I feel like I have a really good background in things like logistics and fulfillment and the way all that works. I worked in the manufacturing industry for a little while as well. So I have a good understanding of kind of the whole process, and I'm not going to lose my house because I don't know how much it costs to ship a box to, Bavaria or something. So really excited. The game that we're going to be launching with is called Glamazons versus the Curse of the Chainmail Bikini. And it is a pretty straightforward, simple, maybe 20 to 30 minute around game. You can play multiple rounds if you want to, but it's sort of a shorter, light game. Yeah. The goal of the game is you are a bunch of chainmail bikini warriors, and you are tired of having a bunch of armor that doesn't actually protect you in any way. So you're going to go out and you're going to kill a bunch of monsters and turn them into armor. And the goal is to be the first one to get a full suit of proper armor.
Okay.
The way it's done is you have a little player mat that has paper dolls, basically. And you're going to take reusable vinyl stickers, like the kind that they have in paper dolls now. You go to Toys R Us and get little girl's paper doll book.
Yeah.
This is what it's going to be, and you're going to have different little pieces of armor. They're all thematic. Each piece of armor is unique. So you have a goblin helmet that's a goblin, or a helmet made out of a goblin's head, stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
And you're going to be dressing, your character in these little things. You have a little paper doll, and as you go, you're going to have different stuff. You can have ridiculously mismatched armor. You might have goblin pants and a beholder head, and all that kind of stuff. And the game itself, mechanically, is pretty much straightforward bluffing. I really wanted to get down to the distilled act of me putting a card down and saying something, and then looking you in the eye. You look me in the eye, and am I full of shit or not? And just completely that experience without all the rest of the additional sort of gamey elements, if you will. So it plays very simply. It's quick to pick up. It's quick to explain. I've had people playing in 3 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes is the entire loop. It's very straightforward. It's also very intuitive. The first time you play it, maybe the first round or two, you're kind of figuring it out, but then instantly you got it. I've never played with people that had too much trouble keeping track of anything. It's basically play a card, and either you're full of shit or not. There's strategy in terms of the way you're doing that, but the strategy is primarily based on the metagaming of who you're playing with, maybe knowing the person you're playing with, or trying to know the person you're playing with. Should I approach things this way? There's all these different ways that we might try to deceive each other. So there's a lot of, I think, strategy in that. But it's like poker, right? Poker, you learn how to play poker, it's not very hard.
Yeah.
To be really good at poker, it is very hard. And there's all this stuff that has nothing to do with, the mechanic. The mechanic is what enables this kind of, the one-upsmanship of, the bidding and, as it goes up. Bidding, is that the right word in poker?
Ante?
Ante, yeah. Raising. Raising. Sorry, raising.
Yeah.
Play too many board games. But, that kind of thing. And the goal is to have that kind of experience where the game kind of falls behind, and really what you're doing is you're playing ridiculous, adorable dress up, and, you're talking trash to each other while you're lying ruthlessly. And so far it's been pretty successful. Had it pretty much a final rules version for Origins, showed it a bunch there, did really well. Been showing it a bunch here, did really well. People seem really psyched about it.
When's the launch of it?
The Kickstarter is going to be launching sometime within the next month or so. So we're going to say late August to like mid-September, somewhere around there. I was planning on launching a little bit earlier, but there were a couple little moving pieces that I didn't get settled 100%.
Yeah.
And I definitely would much prefer to be the Kickstarter who launches a week later and actually has everything in order appropriately, so that I'm not losing my house or running away or whatever. So,
exactly.
do you guys have any questions specifically you want to add? Oh, one other thing. The art is being done by this guy Joe Capobianco, who's one of the premier pinup artists and tattoo artists working in the world today. One of the reasons we're waiting on launching is because I want to have more of the art done. But Joe's actually out in Hollywood because he's the head judge for one of those tattoo reality shows. So he's busy out there filming. He's just getting back now, so he's getting back to work on the project. But he's been tweeting, some pictures. If you want to check that up, it's just Joe Capobianco on Twitter. He's been tweeting pictures of some of the art. I've been retweeting a lot of it too, which is just prettiest_Matt. Is the Twitter to follow. I feel really pluggy.
Well, that's fine. That's great.
That's what I do, right?
I would have asked for the plugs towards the end, but this is perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm a pro.
Exactly.
My first trip to the rodeo.
Better to be thinking ahead.
My first trip to the rodeo.
You said you've done design work before you decided to try to produce?
I've done a lot of development stuff. I'm actually far more interested in development than design. I did, in fact, design Glamazons, just because I have some designs, and this one I felt fit really well as a package. And it's a lot easier to work with myself for the first project, so I don't have to worry as much about screwing myself over accidentally or doing something that seems a little I'm still figuring it out. All right, sorry. It's me, so I'm not going to get mad at myself about anything.
Exactly.
And I think it's a design that works really well for the Kickstarter. Sort of has that appeal, and it's quick, it's easy, and I love it. I really like the game a lot.
Yeah.
But development is what interests me. I've done a lot of playtesting and a lot of things. I got my name in a lot of rule books, but nothing is I've never been on the side of a box. I'm not a known dude. I'm a guy that lurks around in the back corners, and the Party Princess is known. I do get drunk a lot at conventions in princess dresses, which has been happening for a while. I just talked to Aldi. I think we're doing a Pretty Princess tournament at GenCon this year. So I've done a Pretty Princess tournament other years previously. This is the children's little girls game from the 80s where you put on the plastic jewelry.
Oh yeah.
So gowns are mandatory for the final. Everybody dresses up. You have to do shots every time you get the black ring. So it's a huge, ridiculous party of fun times. This year, the last one I did, I rode in on the back of a unicorn. Little known fact, it was actually Octavian, the Manhammer board game geek.
Oh really?
Yeah, he had a little fake fur coat, this big unicorn mask, and they paraded me around at the tournament. So
sounds like a good time.
Always.
Yes.
And that's that's what we're bringing with the games.
I definitely look forward to seeing it.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Thanks for the interview.
Thanks for giving a shit what I have to say.
Speaking of plugs, it's now time for ours.
Yeah, go for it.
So that's it for us tonight at Nerds Domain Podcast. You can always send us an email at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or catch us on Twitter. I'm at @J_Kimmett or at nerdsdomain. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/nerdsdomain. We want to thank Josh Schock for our music. If you'd like to help us out, head over to the website, click our Amazon link. It costs you the same amount, but we get a slight kickback. We would also appreciate any reviews on iTunes, and you can always buy a t-shirt from tinyurl.com/indie shirts. Talk to you soon.